one of the worst things about being mentally ill is the fact that I can't really control the like intrusive thoughts I have. Today I'm not doing the best, let's call it. I'm I'm recognizing that I'm in my dip period of how my mood swings are with just how I am. And in that noticing, I'm also picking up on the fact that my internal thoughts aren't being necessarily nice to me. Um, it's not like I'm beating myself up, or like I'm not like, oh, you're so trash. Oh, you're so worthless. I'm not like a fucking kid. I just am having like the worst thoughts imaginable, um, towards my well-being, and I can't really stop them. They're just kind of there. The best I can do is like ignore them or kind of like I can't even really refute them. That used to be my game plan, was to kind of like, oh well, if I'm feeling bad about myself for, let's say, not making enough money, I'll usually make a good amount of money at work. Let's call it like that. Something simple, something that I could easily refute with like evidence and data and reasoning and or like whatever. I can refute it. The thoughts I'm having now are just um family friendly type shit. Um, you know what I'm saying? You know, I can't really. There's no refuting those thoughts. They're just kind of, yep, yep. Can we move on now? Can we get over those? They suck a lot because I mean I know I'm pretty like pretty alone in the sense that I don't really talk to a lot of people, and all of my friends are like out of state or just out of town or not where I live, so I can't go readily talk to them. So for the most part, I'm kind of just thugging it out with these thoughts and emotions. I mean, talking to people about what I'm feeling wouldn't really help either. It's not like these are problems that can get solved throughout critical thinking and logic. The problems I have with my life stem from like being poor, not having enough money to afford things, or kind of just being predisposed to conditions where I'm just kind of fucked. Can't really talk my way out of having borderline personality disorder. I just got to deal with it. There's no therapy session that can rid me of my problems that I have. So I don't see a point in that. But I also like I don't see any other solutions that could fix the problems I have. So I'm kind of just fucked either way, which is a really cool way to live your life, just kind of being fucked no matter what. I talk a lot about how, despite that, despite kind of just being like set up for failure and being like being being just fucked on arrival. I talk about how there's still ways to garner hope, and there's still ways to push through it, and to like despite all of the disparities, I'm still able to get up. I'm still able to get what needs to get done. I'm still able to put one foot in front of the other. But I mean, some days are harder than others, and some days are a lot harder than others. I think today was pretty mild. Not the worst thoughts to come to mind, just generalizations that I kind of have here and there. And I mean, those ones I can pretty much kind of just ignore. But I mean, as of right now, I'm in this like horrible limbo state where I'm waiting for my friend to tell me when he is able to get his military housing credit. And from what we spoke of either today or yesterday, I literally don't even remember. My fucking memory is horrible now. What we spoke of was the fact that if he goes to ranger school, he can fast track it to about a 6 month time span from now. But within that, there would be 3 months in which he would literally just be in the woods, like like MIA, kind of the same deal I had to deal with when he was in boot camp, where he just doesn't get a phone, does not get technology. He's just in the woods, you know. And that doesn't sound like a particularly fun thing either, you know. It really does suck when your best friend like low key does that shit, you know. So I'm not having the best time ever. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm noticing a lot. I like. I'm noticing the numbers on my YouTube not be as prominent as they used to be, and that is also bringing me a lot of doubt. And it's like fighting that level of doubt. That one is more or less just me kind of convincing my subconscious that like no, I'll be fine, it'll work out because I'm that guy, you know. My really only fighting point is that I am that guy, and it sucks when I don't feel like that guy anymore, you know. And not in the sense of like oh I don't want to do this anymore, in the sense but in the sense of like oh I'm like I don't view myself as someone who can be at such a prominent place in life, you know. What I'm trying to achieve, what I'm trying to accomplish with this social media stuff, it really does like begin to tank once my self-image, like how I see myself, how I hold myself, how I treat myself, it really begins to tank in these dips. Because I mean this is all I mean this included, this is all just about how I feel about myself. Like am I willing to put myself out into the world, you know, at least at my job. Like if I feel like shit and I want to kill myself at my job, I just have to go do that. Like that's just my job. I have to go to my work. I have to go to pay bills. You know, this social media shit, I'm not getting money off of it. I could stop right now and who gives a fuck, you know what I'm saying? But what I want to achieve with it doesn't I don't really get that opportunity. I don't really get the opportunity to like take a day where I can just allow myself to be sad. You know what I mean? I have to continuously put that best foot forward, and in that, it gives me the strength to keep pushing forward. Because if I can put one foot in front of the other, if I can put one video after the other one, and 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 still feel confident and still see people engage with it, that gives me the kind of like my fucking hair looks like shit. I'm having a fucking awful day. Oh my god. That gives me the like strength to keep moving forward, you know. I got I get comments sometimes on my main videos, on my main account. I always talk about my main account here. None of you fucking check it, lol. But I look at like my YouTube comments and some of them will be critical of either what I'm saying or what I'm doing. But some of them are like just positive in the sense that like they think I'm funny or they think I'm interesting or entertaining or whatever. And those ones, like I got one the other day. I think it was for this account. Shit, I think it was for this. I'm just gonna look right now and give a fuck. Pretty sure it was for this account about my feminine men video. You just popped up on my feed, but you seem nice. I'm subbing. Like stuff like that, where they just people see the humanity in me and they see the fact that I'm like a person or some shit, and they value the work that I'm doing. Either they gain entertainment value from it or they gain some kind of emotional stability from it. That makes me feel like I'm contributing something to the world, which is all I really want to do at the end of the day. Is just leave like leave some kind of positive impact on people. But yeah, I'm having a shit day. I'm gonna get really high later and play Overwatch, and I'm that's kind of all I do now. You know what? I don't have any fucking friends. I don't have any hobbies. I don't do fuck all other than play. I sit at my desk, play with my Legos, play Overwatch, make fucking videos like a goddamn fucking loser. Next video is called I'm a Goddamn Loser. That's the next one. Thank you. Love you. Bye.